backed into a proverbial corner against opponents like Scott Norton, Kevin Nash, and The Big Show, and how many times Rey Mysterio was able to come out on the winning end. And look at how many times Shawn Michaels played the smaller guy in feuds with the likes of Psycho Sid, Kevin Nash, and Vader. He always found a way to overcome adversity. CM Punk versus Shawn Michaels is another wrestling match that I would love to see and pay hundreds of dollars to see live and in person. I know we're years away from seeing it and probably never will see it because of the condition of Shawn Michaels, and by the time CM Punk fought Shawn Michaels, CM Punk's condition will probably be just as much in question as the condition of Shawn Michaels, which is pretty much inevitable. It's pretty much inevitable that we will never see CM Punk versus Shawn Michaels, but it's just one of those dream matches like many that we haven't seen as of right now that I would just love to see. CM Punk really fits the character of a Shawn Michaels, and I've said this time and time again. He fits the character of a Shawn Michaels. He's the perfect representation of Shawn Michaels, of today's new talent initiative, and he's a character that would have fit perfectly in the Attitude Era, and we saw that with the launch of the WWE 13 video game release. It was just awesome seeing JR in the middle of CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin as JR pitched the idea of CM Punk facing Stone Cold Steve Austin in a dream match that wrestling fans have debated and discussed for years. That is not the only dream match that has been debated and discussed for years. Sting versus The Undertaker is another one. The Rock versus Bret Hart is another one. Batista versus Brock Lesnar is one that I recently talked about for a past video archive on the new YouTube One channel of HEW Entertainment, now featuring a Facebook audio player featuring up to 5 featured audio commentaries. Make sure you check all that stuff out and get in on the conversation, such as things like Brock Lesnar versus Dave Batista. It is a match that wrestling fans have wanted to see for years, and I think that CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar might have not been a match that wrestling fans have wanted to see for as long as a match like Dave Batista versus Brock Lesnar. It might not have been debated as much as these matches have over the years, but I think this match can be classified within the same category of a match that wrestling fans have wanted to see for quite some time. And if it does happen at SummerSlam, it's going to be a match that's going to leave images still in your mind, just as a match like John Cena versus The Rock did at WrestleManias 28 and 29. In the way of a prediction, it's really hard for me to decide who would win this match. I just want to see this match happen by SummerSlam. That is the predicted venue that I see Lesnar and Punk happening at, and if I had to make a gullible prediction, I'm going to say that CM Punk is going to defeat Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar's got too many wins under his belt since his return on April 2nd, 2012. Brock Lesnar's lost a minimal amount of matches, and it's really the superstars who are more popular than what Brock Lesnar is. He has defeated Triple H a number of times. He's defeated Triple H on 2 separate occasions, and he's lost to John Cena. He's only really feuded with huge superstars that he signed to come back to fight. I mean, Brock Lesnar is not going to sign to come back to fight Alberto Del Rio or Dolph Ziggler unless there's someone that he's going to defeat to become the WWE World Champion. And because of that, I think that Brock Lesnar, because he hasn't lost many matches, is going to lose to CM Punk. And this feud is going to be with the purpose of putting CM Punk over for years to come. Because if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. The best years of CM Punk's entire wrestling career have yet to be seen, and the best years of his career will be seen after he defeats a superstar who is beyond his level. Brock Lesnar dominated in the UFC. He's a 2003 Royal Rumble winner, an NCAA Division I champion. He's a 1998 Junior College National Champion. Brock Lesnar has won the WWE Championship 3 separate times. He's a 2002 King of the Ring Award winner, and as frightening as and impressive as Brock Lesnar's resume is, CM Punk's resume is equally as impressive going back to the tail of the tape, with the obvious advantage going to Brock Lesnar. CM Punk is a back-to-back Money in the Bank briefcase recipient at WrestleManias 24 and 25, the only superstar in history to win back-to-back Money in the Bank ladder matches and hold the briefcase for a number of days before cashing it in, perhaps the longest that any superstar has held on to that briefcase. CM Punk is the longest reigning champion of the last 25 years, holding it over 434 days. That's just as impressive as Bruno Sammartino's combined 12-year reign as WWF champion. Probably not as impressive, but just as impressive in my opinion. CM Punk also can be considered one of the greatest ECW champions of the New Talent Initiative during the reincarnation years of ECW from '06 to 2010, and he can also be described as one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of the newer representatives of that championship. So CM Punk does have perhaps just as an impressive resume as Brock Lesnar, probably not as impressive as Brock Lesnar, but just as impressive in my opinion, and that is one of the biggest reasons why this match needs to happen. Both these superstars are described as some of the best, and it is time to determine who is the undisputed best wrestler in the world after I just listed some of their very impressive accomplishments for you that we have seen accomplished by both of these superstars over at least the last 15 years, a combination of all the years that both Lesnar and Punk have been in the professional wrestling business. The statistics are very impressive, and they tell the tale of the tape for Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk. This is a match that truly needs to happen. One of the top 10 dream matches that wrestling fans have waited to see for a considerable amount of time, and it's time that we keep not putting it off and finally have this match happen. No matter if it's Lesnar who comes in on top, or no matter if it's CM Punk coming out on top, with this match being done with the purpose of putting CM Punk over, who still has his best years of his career ahead for him. In a recent column that I threw up for In This Corner with Jonathan Clarke, I touched base on the fact that CM Punk still has his best years of his career ahead for him out of everything that he's done, from feuding with Triple H to being involved in minimal programs with AJ as his alleged girlfriend in a relationship that was taking place behind the scenes. There's also rumors of CM Punk and AJ being romantically involved in a marriage, which is just a rumor. I can't clarify that for you. It's just one of those pathetic rumors that kind of circulate from time to time on the internet, but it is pretty obvious that there's something going on there with that storyline that was derived back in 2011, 2012, that triangle thing with Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Kane, which was completely pathetic. CM Punk really has been involved with everything in the professional wrestling business, and he's just been one of those faces that have kind of stood out, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if this feud with Brock Lesnar was just being done with the purpose of putting CM Punk over. That is why I'm picking CM Punk as the predicted winner of this match if it takes place. But who are you favoring in this match? I ran through the tail of the tape. Both of their accomplishments lists are very impressive. Are you going with Punk or are you going with Lesnar? Bottom line is, no matter who you're siding with in this match, no matter who you may believe to have the advantage weeks before this match happens, I think this match is a match that wrestling fans have wanted to see long enough, and it's time for this match to happen, and it's time to determine who is legitimately the best wrestler in the world. They are both impressive. They both have a presence in this business that will probably never be matched for years to come. It's just for months we've been disputing who is the best wrestler in the world, no matter if it's between CM Punk and Chris Jericho with their 3 impressive pay-per-view matches, once at WrestleMania 28, Extreme Rules 2012, and Payback 2013. It's either with Punk or Jericho, or now it seems to be about Punk and Lesnar. Who is the best Paul Heyman guy, the number one Paul Heyman guy that stands out more? And what it comes down to is who legitimately can lay claim to being the best in the world at what he does. If CM Punk fails against Brock Lesnar, I think the question will become, is CM Punk legitimately the best wrestler in the world? That little feud and those words of wars that they've had with Kurt Angle and CM Punk on Twitter for professional wrestling news websites can kind of raise the issue of, is CM Punk legitimately the best wrestler in the world? I, for one, think that if CM Punk is unsuccessful defeating Brock Lesnar, then the question will be raised if CM Punk is legitimately what he says he is, the best wrestler in the world. And I want to put out on this microphone that if CM Punk defeats Brock Lesnar, I'll go on record for saying, and I'll probably be criticized for years to come for saying this, but if CM Punk is successful, like many people believe he's not going to be, but if Punk is successful, then Punk might legitimately be what he said for a number of years. He might legitimately be the best wrestler in the world, and there might be a reason behind all those stars on the back of his ring attire, because he might be what he professes to be. He dropped one of the biggest pipe bombs in the professional wrestling business, and in my opinion, for at least the last 2.5 years, Punk's backed up everything that he said. He's challenged The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He might have lost and became The Undertaker's 21st victim, but he did hold the WWE Championship for an impressive 434 days. And in my opinion, if Punk is unsuccessful, then there are going to be a lot of doubters out there. There mightn't be as many believers in the fact that Punk is the best wrestler in the world. But I'll put it out over the microphone and go on record for saying, if Punk is successful in defeating Brock Lesnar, then I will agree and publicly admit on this radio show, like I've done for years after things have been proven time and time again, that Punk is legitimately what he said he is for a number of years, the best wrestler in the world. Punk and Lesnar at the 2013 SummerSlam event. That'll be the next time we see Brock Lesnar in action. Who are you favoring, and who do you believe has the decisive advantage in the weeks leading up to Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk? You can tell us what your predictions are on the new YouTube One channel of HW Entertainment, where I'll feature this video for you, youtube.com/JonathanClarke22, by getting in on the conversation on our newly designed Facebook page, the brand new layout and the new Facebook cover at facebook.com/HW Entertainment. And while you're getting in on the conversation, make sure you check out the newly embellished Facebook audio player featuring up to 5 audio commentaries on a weekly basis, so make sure you keep checking back for new featured audio commentaries on the newly redesigned Facebook page of HW Entertainment, facebook.com/HW Entertainment. You can also follow us on Twitter, where you can see